Rare ones. Activate.
No child is born in the wrong body. I am not oppressed. I am not silenced. I am a gay man. My name is Frank Rodriguez. Today I represent two families of mine within Redlands, as well as my own. I am here today because of two reasons. One is to protect children against the idea that they can in fact change their gender. This is because gender is rooted in your biology. However, gender expression is not. How you choose to express yourself is your own choice. Society should just simply be nice to everyone. However, lying and stating that a man in a dress is a woman is delusional by definition. Not only delusional, but this ideology is dangerous to children. Despite what you may want to believe, children are in fact taking chemicals to alter their bodies. That's not delusional, it's reality. Despite what you may want to believe, children are in fact getting gender-affirming surgeries. That is not delusional, that is reality. These children are starting a journey of judgment that you placed on them. By pushing kids to question their gender, question their sexuality, and question whether or not their parents are on their side. Therefore, the word predator is being used in the context of grooming, not because he or she is gay, but because the idea that gender is fluid, because in reality, it is not. It is a danger to children for the reasons that I stated above. Gays Against Groomers has educated the public on numerous occasions on what we stand for, and I will echo that here today. Gays Against Groomers is a coalition of gay people who do not stand for the sexualization, medicalization, or indoctrination of children. What adults do with their body is up to them, but leave the kids alone. The second reason I am here is that this board, especially Jenna, is lacking something that not long ago I was taught by my mentors. That's leadership. Leadership is not what we do, the job we have, or even the position we are elected to. Leadership is who we are, how we behave, engage and learn, but most importantly, influence. Councilwoman Jenna Lowry, I respect the position that you hold. I do not respect you. For what you have done to your constituents here in Redlands, silencing people that disagree with you. Our constituents are our job description. When you silence them, you are no longer a leader, you are a dictator. I demand that tonight after this meeting, Jenna, you resign from this.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Rare One. I hope you're all keeping safe. I do apologize for the long silence. It's not because I've thrown in the towel. I've just been working on things. I have been working on things, guys, and I can't lie to you. It's been somewhat challenging, but we all go through that. We have challenges in lives. There has to be the ups and downs. I ran into a few teething problems regarding my channel and a few other things, and I'm doing my utmost best to sort them out so I can get going and have the smooth consistency that I seek. However, I am still passionate about this, and today I'm bringing you a hot pressing topic, and it's something that concerns our children. Our children, the most vulnerable ones in society who can neither speak for themselves nor defend themselves. Our children. Gentlemen, ladies, our children must be protected at all costs. I say that because if you've been paying attention to the social media circle these days, you would have noticed the gradual increase of certain persons who are neither trained in academia nor have any place in the lives of our children, at least not officially, coming to deliver storytelling sessions to kids. Now, somebody might think, Rare One, what has storytelling got to do? How is that offensive? How is that inappropriate? How is that not right? Why should we be concerned about our children listening to stories from whomever? You're right to ask the question, and this is why we should be concerned. Before I say anything else, I would like to just put out a clear disclaimer. This is not a video to attack anybody of any sex. I don't care who you are. This is not an attack on anybody. This is purely based on reason and critical thinking. I think we have to be mindful of the things we expose our children to. As such, whatever decision any adult has made in their own lives, whatever your life choices, your style, your way, your body, your decision, your choice. Remember that the children of other people are their businesses too. We cannot have this culture that constantly panders to the emotions of a select few and then ignore the rest of us. Therefore, you jeopardize the safety, the sanity, the sanctity of our children. They are vulnerable, and as such, it's down to us, the adults of the society, to protect them, and protect them we will. Now, I am open to reason, and as such, I invite anyone who thinks that these so-called persons reading stories to 4-year-olds in schools has nothing, who thinks that it has everything or something to offer to our little kids, 4-year-olds, I don't know, in any capacity. From skills to academic enhancements or improvements in ways that would aid them later in their lives at older age. I am open to reason. Please let me know in the comments or reach out to me. My email, my handles are down there, right? Reach out to me. I'm open to reason. However, I ask one thing. Does such storytelling sessions really and truly have any value, anything of value to offer to our children? Something that can position them better tomorrow for careers, for the job market. Let's just bring it back down for their SATs, or even 11 plus, or even further in their years. I suppose a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old for the next academic year. How does a certain adult who has chosen a particular lifestyle and sex reading story to them when they have no business in their school? They're neither their parents nor guardian nor their tutor nor qualified persons to train them at school. Just go and read stories to them because they want to be accepted. And their idea of acceptance into society is to go and sit in front of kids who can barely twiddle their fingers, and ask them, like I saw in one video, have any of you seen, do you guys know how to twerk? And an adult starts to teach children how to twerk. And nobody stops them. Nobody finds that inappropriate because everybody is too scared to be either cancelled or censored. We must lend our voice to something, and I am very passionate about this thing. I don't care what anybody who's going to watch this video thinks. I think it's down to reason, and that's where I'm coming from. This is purely based on reason and critical thinking, that we ought to be mindful what we do with our children and how and what we expose them to. Some of you sit and claim your parents, your guardians, and you would do anything for them, but you would allow an adult who has no business in their lives. They are neither teachers nor part of the academic system. They go there to tell stories to my children, your children, our nieces, our nephews, and name it. Why? Because it would make them feel good that you are giving them an awareness that they can barely even understand. I'm talking kids who still pee in their pampers and nappies and all that stuff. Kids who can barely recite 1+1's, their timetables. Kids whom we still teach how to, they are potty trained. They're still potty training. Kids who can't even have a shower on their own, even within the space that they're being overseen by an adult, a responsible adult, a parent. And you think, as an adult, I don't care who you are or what you have chosen for yourself, that's your business. But you would go to tell these children to read stories to them. Why? What happened to the story daddies and mommies and people who are related to them read to them at home? Why can't schools invite parents to come and read stories to their children? That way, you actually consolidate the bond that they have, the parent-child bond. What's wrong with that? Why does somebody who has chosen a certain lifestyle and thinks that they can force it on society? That's your choice. I have my choice and my reason, and I know for myself what I think. But that doesn't matter to you because it's your body, your choice. But you cannot impose that on our young, innocent children. You're going to damage them. How can you do that and you find yourself, you think it right? and your conscience allows you to sleep at night. And some of you parents have just grown docile and whatnot. You just turn a blind eye and leave them. You couldn't care less. They go to school, they come back. You don't see the mental damage that can cause them. Like I keep saying, by the end of this rant, I will drop the video for you guys to watch, and then go let me know in the comments. I'm open to reason. I want to hear. I would like to know, please. I am open to reason. Tell me how certain persons who have chosen a certain sexuality as their lifestyle, reading stories to our kids in schools or in certain places, going to impact what they become, how they become successful in life, what skills and things of value could they take from that. Tell me how your child who's ready for 11 plus or SAT could take anything away from such storytelling sessions into an SAT and be successful. Tell me how that would impact the next stage of their academic year. Tell me what value they have to gain from such things. Yet we turn a blind eye. See, I ask because we are truly, as a society, we have become very ignorant, very, very docile. We're too passive these days. We let everything slide and we think, well, it doesn't hurt anybody. No, of course it hurts somebody. You're hurting the people who can't even defend themselves, who don't even know that they're being hurt. None of us would ever send a child to places where adult things, alcohol, smoke, like cigarettes or something like that. We wouldn't even expose our children to such places or things, even to some of the adult related things in life. We actually raise our children and introduce age appropriate things in their lives. Some of them are not even allowed to watch certain movies that are not explicit, yet it's not quite their age, it's not age appropriate for them. Why then does somebody think that they have the right to get into a school and sit there to indoctrinate and program these young innocent minds who have barely even started their race in life? And you think you have the right to do that? It is wrong. I don't care what you think, it is wrong. And at the end of this video, again, you will see from persons who at least are open to reason, regardless of the life they've chosen for themselves. You will see, because the truth is always the truth. Go to Jericho and Jupiter and return. It is the truth. We can all threaten to silence and censor and do all whatnot and cancel people as we like. I don't care. Feelings are important. But we can hardly manufacture anything on feelings. The feelings I had as a child today has never helped me to go and produce anything, because life does not just run on feelings. There has to be so many other things working in tandem with your feelings. How you feel is one thing, but there are so many other components of life. You have to study, get a skill. Your skill, maybe your feelings, the things you're feeling, I don't know, it might just be tied to passion. Okay, nurture that. But how do you nurture that? You don't just think something and then bring it to life. Or, you don't just feel something and then all of a sudden it magically appears. No. The point I'm trying to make without digressing is this. I don't even know if that's relevant to this whole thing. You can tell I'm infuriated by this entire thing. Point I'm making is this. An adult who should know better has to understand that their choice is their choice, but keep your choice to yourself. Don't force your choice on children. Don't force your choice on other people's children. Some of those kids' parents are Muslims, some are Christians, some believe in some of the things, some are Hindu. They believe in your lifestyle or they don't. Whatever they do. I thought we talk about inclusiveness as a very, very open, neutral ground that people can express themselves and be themselves without fear. And if that be the case, would you say that you are being inclusive enough to consider the religious backgrounds and beliefs of the parents who have the right over that child, and what part the part the schools are playing in all of this is actually even most annoying. Nobody sends their children to school to be exposed to nonsensical things like this. It is wrong. It is wrong. What happened to child protection? If you smacked a kid mercilessly in the middle of the day, people would take you up. People would intervene. People would report you. Your neighbors will tell protection services, and they will get involved to protect that child. This is when you need it. I don't know who's overseeing and making these decisions. Where are the parents in this whole decision, that an idea that a certain adult of a certain sexual orientation should come to schools and read stories to kids? Where are the parents in that decision? What happened to the children of these parents? Their choice. Their child, their choice. Or does that just apply to a select group of persons, and we all have to nod our heads and agree to things out of fear, just so they can feel good and better about themselves? To which I reiterate, I'm not here telling you what to do with yourself. Your life, your choice, your decision, you. But how dare you and the school authorities impose these decisions, these things, these choices on these kids, exposing them to things that they're not ready for. It's not appropriate. In my opinion, I'll class this as child grooming and abuse. See, I find it concerning. And like I said, you guys will watch a few clips. I'm gonna just leave you. I had to just get this rant out of the way, and I'm gonna leave you guys to watch a few clips of certain persons talking about how this whole thing ain't right. And I chose these clips for a reason, because no matter what we do, reason is immortal. We must put reason first, and all else mortal. Gentlemen and ladies, anyways, we must not keep silent in the face of oppression, lest the oppressors think that we have been subdued. We cannot turn a blind eye to things like this. These whole bullying tactics and efforts of certain people to silence and just shut us up and tape our mouths because we give our opinion or lend our voices to certain things ain't right. But it mustn't. We cannot allow these gag orders to keep us silent, to quiet us. We cannot allow them. We cannot sit and watch our children get indoctrinated, or watch so many other things that are happening in society that aren't right. We can't sit silent and watch them happen before our own very eyes, and we say nothing. No. Well, anyways, we are custodians, aren't we? Watch the clip, guys, and I'm keen to hear from you. I'd like to know what you think in the comments. Please get active, guys. Get active. And after watching the video, guys, until the next one, it's your boy Rare One. Peace.
LGBTQ families mull leaving Florida in wake of new culture laws. Okay, new culture laws. Let's see what this story is all about, which, by the way, we talked about this briefly a few months ago. Robbie Price and his husband, Jordan Lechert, are considering leaving their home in Florida due to what they say is a lack of tolerance and policies that marginalize the LGBTQ community. The couple, who have been together for 12 years and have a 6-year-old son, Kellen, say that the discrimination and hate they have experienced in recent years has become in your face. In spring of 2022, a Florida legislator enacted 2 laws. The Individual Freedom Act, more commonly known as the Stop Wrongs Against Our Kids and Employees, WOKE Act, and the Parents' Right in Education, and dubbed by critics as a Don't Say Gay bill that regulates how race, sexual orientation, and gender identity can be discussed in schools. For me, when I see something like, I'm going to show you guys a video clip right now that you're going to be blown away by.
Good evening. Every teacher that has a pride flag in their classroom should be fired and arrested. The gay flag is a sexual flag. It represents nothing other than sexual things. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning. What business is it of anyone on this board of what children would like to do with other children? It is none of your business. It is between them and their parents. But however, you guys want to illegally survey your students. My name is Frank Rodriguez. I'm the Executive Director of Operations for Gays Against Groomers. I'm a 31-year-old gay man pushing back against the agenda that's happening within our classrooms. Keeping parents away from this discussion is absolutely severing the relationship between a child and their parent. My community is not discriminated against anymore. Shockingly enough, we succeeded. Now you're sending out surveys that's asking students what their gender is, what their pronouns are, and whether or not you should be telling their parents. Could you imagine if my son or one of yours went to school and said, "Hey, I'm gay," and you never knew? All of you up here are pretty intelligent. You have doctorate degrees, you're educated, and you lead this district. But yet, you turn a blind eye with the sexual things that happen in your classroom.
Watch this.
I refuse to believe that any of you think that that's appropriate. Because if you think that that is appropriate, you would be a predator. There's images that are going to be displayed today for you to see of a child sucking another child off. And that's in your classrooms.
What?
I shake because it makes me uncomfortable to even utter those words to you.
This is a gay man.
This is nothing about inclusion. It is nothing about respect to my community. I say with you with 100% truth, according to the Center of Disease Control, that the reason my community faces such issues in this world has absolutely nothing to do with the straight people on this planet. Has everything to do with the drugs that we digest. Has everything to do with our access to health care. The number one reason my community has so many mental health issues is because they don't have access to health care. And that's directly from the CDC. It is not slurs, it's not gay bashing. We don't have access to therapy. If you really want to help the LGBTQ community to feel really accepted in this world, embrace that people have mental health issues and they should seek help. Having a classroom without the American flag in it is a disgrace to this country. If this country wasn't here, millions of people around the world would perish. And that flag, this flag, should be held high by every single